We ultimately need the science there so our products are efficacious, and whatever's written on the products, it's going to do what it says. So my name is Jazz, or Jasmine Millman, and I'm a Senior Scientific Affairs Associate at Swisse. I actually began as a dietitian or nutritionist working in Australia, primarily working in Aboriginal health. I did a lot of my work out in some remote communities out in central desert Australia, and also at an Aboriginal health service in Fitzroy, Melbourne for a number of years, providing support, education, and even running like some cooking and nutrition programs. And then after that, I lived in a remote village in the northern part of Japan in a place called Akita, and did some assistant language teaching for a year, and became like really fascinated by the culture, and basically lived like a more kind of traditional Japanese life for a while. And I thought, oh, how can I maybe stay here and do more research, because that's always something I've loved to do, and I have a naturally inquisitive mind. I love learning so much, and I thought maybe I could go to Okinawa to learn about the link between longevity and diet over there, and ended up applying to do a PhD over there and sat an exam and got in. So my PhD was looking at the effect of certain functional foods on the gut microbiome, and how that might bring about certain other beneficial effects on our immune system health and metabolic health. So a Senior Scientific Affairs Associate's role at Swisse is primarily involved in new product development projects, or what we call MPD projects, and we work as part of a cross-functional team on these projects, so working very closely with marketing teams, regulatory affairs teams, and sourcing product development teams to basically create a product and bring it to life. In the translational science team, there's 6 people, and our team is divided into 2 squads, and we work across various regions. When looking at our team collectively, we have such a diverse amount of expertise. Nearly all of us are scientists, and some of us are clinicians as well. Some of the research that we've been involved in are on topics and subjects like the gut microbiome, inflammatory processes, polyphenols found in foods and their health benefits, biotechnology, etc. I think one of the primary roles of the science team in terms of our influence on products is to really be suggesting and recommending ingredients that are actually going to bring about a benefit to consumers, collate all the evidence to basically show that we can support the ingredient doing something beneficial for health, and that's usually translated to the claims on pack. We ultimately need the science there so our products are efficacious, and whatever's written on the products, it's going to do what it says.
So can you talk to me a little bit about maybe your past experience with Indigenous ingredients?
So I think my interest and curiosity has been there since I was probably a kid. I have a father who was, and probably still is, a bit of an adventurer and explorer. So he is a chef trained in classical French cuisine, but actually took himself out into some remote parts of Central Australia and even Arnhem Land as well, and learnt firsthand about traditional cooking methods and native ingredients. So when he'd come back home, he would bring back a whole heap of different ingredients like pepperberry, emu eggs and what have you, and then we'd be testing these out in the kitchen, and I think I was pretty inspired by him. And then later in life, in terms of my work, I learnt so much about native ingredients and their use not only in food but their historical use in traditional medicine and healing as well. It was beautiful and lovely seeing and interacting with the native plants and ingredients, and really thinking about how ancient they are, and they've been used for thousands of years by the traditional owners of this land. So MAC stands for Mamabulanjin Aboriginal Corporation. We have a shared values partnership with them at Swisse, and it was really incredible to see how passionate Neil and Kamal were about what they are doing and how integral their business is to the local community. And despite all the challenges that they have, they just keep persisting and have such belief in what they're doing.
My name's Neil Gower. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Mamabulanjin Aboriginal Corporation. I've been in the job for nearly 23 years, so a bit long in the tooth. And we're out here today at our fruit farm where our premier crop is the Kakadu plum, or gubbins tree that we call it here. Today I'll be showing you maybe a little bit of cloning that we'll be doing on the Kakadu plum, and also harvesting. We've been out here for 4 years now, so it's been a bit of a slog, but slowly we're coming around to be able to produce some product.
What did you find the most interesting about the gubbins, about the Kakadu plum that they were growing out there?
It holds such great nutritional value. Among any known food source, it contains the most amount of vitamin C, rich source of fibre. It contains certain minerals like iron. It's also been shown to exert various anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties as well. It's been traditionally used as like an antiseptic, so a treatment for like coughs, colds, etc., but also even putting it on wounds.
The cloning is to clone a tree that we like, so a good producing tree and a sweet tasting tree and a fruit that's got all the goodies in it, like all the vitamin C and other antioxidants. So to clone that particular tree, we'll have to take cuttings, and what we do then, Kamal will place that in a solution, a rooting solution, and then put it into some potting mix that is specially made for cloning the roots. So
you found one?
We found one out of about 900 that's very sweet, tastes like the blackberry tree and also a little bit like rock melon, so very interesting taste.
Are you saying generally though Kakadu plum doesn't have a very distinctive taste?
Not often very sweet like the one that we've found, so they're generally bittersweet. What we generally do with the Kakadu plum is process it into powder, and then that powder is added as to nutraceuticals or pharmaceuticals or cosmetics.
I think it's really important that we look at native ingredients because native ingredients are absolutely integral to Indigenous culture, and for us to all be wanting to preserve, from a science perspective, the nutritional value that native ingredients can offer and the kinds of health benefits they could potentially bring about, supporting our consumers on their health journey if we are to put them in our products, that would be amazing. But also from like a sustainability aspect as well, utilising plants, ingredients, agricultural practices that are best suited to this land.